What is candlestick analysis? A candlestick analysis is a simple way to see the story of price movement. Each candle represents what happened in the market during a chosen period, maybe a minute, an hour, or a day. You can think of every candle as a tiny battle between buyers and sellers. When buyers are stronger, the candle closes higher. When sellers dominate, it closes lower. And when both sides are uncertain, the candle looks small, almost like it's pausing. Candlestick analysis is the act of reading these battles, moment by moment, to understand who is in control and what might happen next. How a candlestick is built. Each candle has two main parts, a body and a wick, sometimes called shadows. The body is the thick middle section. It shows where the market started and where it finished during that period. If the candle is green, it means the market ended higher than it started. If it is red, it ended lower. The thin lines above and below the wicks show the highest and lowest points the price reached before returning to close. So one candle tells a full short story. Where price opened, how far it moved, and how it finished, and the battle between buyers and sellers. Why candlesticks are so useful. Candlesticks let you see what traders feel. Markets are moved by human emotions, excitement, fear, greed, hesitations. Each candle shape reflects those emotions in action. A long green candle often shows strong excitement. Buyers are confident and pushing upward. A long red candle often shows fear. Sellers rushing to exit. Small candles suggest hesitation. Neither side wants to take big risk. So, instead of reading just numbers, you are reading moods and energy. That's what makes candlestick charts so powerful. Reading market psychology through candles. Think of a series of candles like chapters in a story. A few strong green candles in a row shows a wave of optimism. Buyers keep winning each round. Then suddenly, a red candle appears. That's resistance. A sign that sellers are fighting back. If smaller candles starts forming, it might mean everyone is waiting to see what happens next. By reading these patterns, you began to sense the momentum and emotion of the markets. You can tell when confidence is building or fading, when fear is rising, or when calm is returning. Patterns the market language. When you look at candles one by one, you see small stories. When you look at them together, they form patterns, like words or phrases in the language. Some patterns suggest that a change is coming. Others show that the current direction might continue. For example, when the market has been falling for a while, then suddenly a candle appears that shows strong buying pressure. It could be a sign that the tide is turning. Or if the market has been rising strongly and you start seeing candles showing hesitation, it might mean the upward movement is losing strength. Patterns don't predict with certainty, but they hint at what the crowd is thinking. And crowd behavior often repeats itself, which is why traders trust these visual signals. Sense strengths, weaknesses, and balance. Each candle shape gives clue about the strength or weakness of the market. A large solid body shows momentum. Someone is clearly in control. A candle with a long wick on top might show rejection. The price tried to go higher but was pushed back down. A long wick at the bottom might show that the market tried to go lower but the buyers rescued it. When the body becomes very small, it often signals balance or uncertainty. That's when the market is thinking, not acting. By learning to recognize these small details, you begin to read energy shifts, the moments before a big move or reversal happens. If this is making sense, subscribe for more clean trading explainers like this. Context, the background that matters. A candle never stands alone. Its meaning depends on what came before and what's happening around it. A strong green candle during an already strong upward movement may simply mean continuation. Buyers are still confident, but that same candle appearing after a long decline could mean something different, a potential turning point. So, context gives each candle its meaning. It's like hearing a word. You must know the sentence. It's in to understand the message. That's why experienced traders never judge a single candle in isolation. They always read it within the flow of the market story. Emotions you can see on the charts. When you observe candles carefully, you start noticing clear emotional signatures. Rising series of green candles, confidence and excitement, sudden long red candles, panic or fear, alternating small candles, confusion and hesitation, calm, balanced shapes after wide movements, relief or exhaustion. Candlestick analysis trains your eyes to notice those emotions instantly. You begin to see when greed is taking over, when fear is spreading, and when neutrality is settling in. This emotional awareness helps you anticipate possible changes before they fully appear in price action. The market's rhyme and flow. Candles appear one after another, forming rhymes, just like breathing. The market expands and contracts, accelerates and pauses. Long candles followed by smaller ones often mean a pause before the next move. Small candles building up can signal the energy is gathering for a breakout. Candlestick reading is about feeling that vibe. It's not mechanical, it's observation, patience, and timing. When you start to sense the vibe, you can align yourself with the market's natural flow instead of fighting against it. Combine candlesticks with big class. Candlesticks give you immediate insight, but they work best when combined with other elements, such as direction of the overall trend or key price levels where many traders act. A reversal looking candle near a strong support zone means more than one floating in the middle of nowhere. A continuation pattern in a powerful trend has more strength than one appearing in a sideways market. Candles show you emotion, while these other tools show you structure. When both align, your understanding becomes much sharper. The act of observation. To truly learn candlestick analysis, you have to observe. Watch how a candle forms, not just how it ends. See how it changes shape in real time, how it grows, shrinks, hesitates, You will start noticing the tension building between buyers and sellers. This observation builds institution. You will reach a point where just by looking at the chart, you can sense pressure building before the move even happens. That's what separates traders from reactors. Those who see what's coming versus those who only react after it happens. The power of simplicity. Candlestick analysis doesn't need complicated tools or formulas. It relies on simplicity. Open your eyes, study the shapes, understand the emotions behind them. Every candle, no matter how small, adds a piece to the story. Together, they tell you when markets are healthy, tired, emotional, or calm. The more you practice, the more fluent you become in this visual language. Eventually, you will read charts like you read faces, instantly knowing whether they show confidence, fear, or hesitation. Becoming fluent in the market language. Learning to read candles is like learning to speak a new language. At first, you recognize only basic words. Green means buying, red means selling. But as you keep watching, you notice tone, rhyme, and meaning. You begin to understand the why behind the shapes, not just the what. And when you can interpret that emotion, you can make calmer, smarter decisions. Candlestick analysis doesn't tell you the future. It teaches you to understand the present with clarity. And clarity in the present often leads to better decisions about what comes next. Closing thoughts. Candlestick analysis is not about memorizing patterns. It's about understanding behavior. It's about watching how crowds of traders act under pressure. Each candle is a heartbeat of the market. Together, they form its pulse. When you learn to read that pulse, you begin to move in rhyme with the market, not against it. You stop guessing and start observing. You stop chasing and start anticipating. That is the quiet power behind candlestick analysis. The ability to see through, knows and read the story the market is telling. One candle at a time. Thanks for watching. If you want the next episode on patterns or entries, comment next below and subscribe for more videos.